Welcome, readers. It is Friday. I am so excited to see you today. You are going to be working independently today, as you know, and today we are going to read our new book, The Gods and Goddesses of Olympus, and the author is Aliki. Now, if you are an at-home learner, you should have picked up this packet you see here on the screen from school. This is the title page, I believe, that you see. Let me get mine out. Make sure it's the right one. Yep, this is what you should see on your packet. It's in black and white. It says Module 4 Reader, Grade 4. So go ahead and take a few minutes. You can pause this video if you need to grab your book because you are going to be following along with me today. The great thing about having a paper copy is that you can also grab a pen or a highlighter and make annotations in your book wherever you find keywords, things you want to remember, or if you want to gist on the sides of your pages. So pause now if you need to grab your book. I want everyone to be following along because all at-home learners should have your packet now. All right, go get it. We're going to get started reading if you are ready and you grab your packet. If not, you can go pause this video and come back and join us when you are ready. So we're going to go to the first page of our book, and unfortunately, it doesn't have the cover copied in here, but this is the cover, and this page that you're seeing here is the first page of the book. The Gods and Goddesses of Olympus, written and illustrated by Aliki. Here is some background knowledge on ancient Greece, and we found Greece on the map the other day when we were working together. We talked about how Athens is the capital of Greece, and how even though Greece looks like a really tiny country on the map, 11 million people live there. So let's learn about some Greek mythology today. You can go ahead and look at the illustrations. If you ever need more time to look at them, you can pause the video. Long, long ago in ancient Greece, some people began telling stories to explain the mysteries of life. Over much time, the stories, or myths, grew rich and imaginative. The storytellers wove in their customs, beliefs, and theories about life, death, and the wonders of nature. The myths were about gods and goddesses, fearful monsters, brave heroes, and mysterious beauties. People believed the myths were true. They worshipped the gods, who they believed helped them and guided them, and built temples to honor them. According to the mythology, the gods and goddesses looked and acted human. They married each other. They laughed, loved, quarreled, and fought with each other. But they were immortal. They lived forever because a fluid called ichor, not blood, flowed through their veins. In the beginning, Gaia, the earth, grew out of a dark space named chaos. Gaia gave birth to Uranus, the sky. So here's the earth, and here's the sky. And in this myth, the sky and the earth kind of just came out of nowhere. Nice illustration here. Let's keep reading. The mightiest of the gods and goddesses lived in a golden palace on Olympus, a mountain so high the top was hidden by clouds. They feasted on ambrosia and nectar, the food and drink of the gods. And whenever they wished, they could change shape and speed down to earth to mingle with the mortals. The awesome Olympians earned their thrones on Olympus. They fought a fierce battle and won. This is the story of how it happened. It starts at the beginning of time. Here's Uranus, the sky, and Gaia, the earth, I think. That's my prediction. Yeah. Uranus rained down on young Gaia, and plants, animals, and rivers appeared. Gaia became Mother Earth, mother of all living things, and mother of the first gods. Gaia and Uranus had many children. Their firstborn were the 12 giant Titans, 6 girls and 6 boys. Here they are here, and all their names are here too. So if you want to pause and read their names and observe this picture more, you can do that. Later, more children were born. 3 were the mighty Cyclops, strong, one-eyed giants. 3 were the Hecatoncheires. I need to figure out how to say that. Hecatoncheires, monsters each with 100 arms and 50 heads. That is kind of scary. Uranus hated the Cyclops and the Hecatoncheires because they were ugly. He threw them into Tartarus, the deepest pit in the underworld. Gaia was furious. She urged the Titans to overthrow their father and rescue their brothers. Only the youngest, Cronus, was brave enough. So Gaia's really mad because Uranus threw their kids who were kind of ugly and weird, into the underworld, into Tartarus. And then Cronus, one of their sons, one of the Titans, went to go save them, rescue them. He attacked Uranus with a sickle and banished him from the earth. Cronus replaced his father as Lord of the universe, but he was cruel and did not free his brothers from Tartarus. Cronus married his sister Rhea, and they had many children. But Cronus was afraid that one of them might overthrow him just as he had overthrown his father. So as each child was born, he swallowed it. Lots of weird stuff going on here. He married his sister? That's weird, but it happens a lot in Greek mythology. As you guys know, Zeus also married his sister Hera. And he's eaten his babies? Crazy stories. Rhea was horrified. When the youngest was born, she tricked Cronus. She hid the baby Zeus in a distant cave so Cronus would not find him. There's how Zeus is born. Rhea then gave Cronus a stone wrapped in a blanket. He swallowed that instead, blanket and all. But Zeus was hidden away safely, I guess. Hidden away, Zeus was raised by gentle woodland nymphs and a nymph goat named Amalthea, who fed him honeyed milk. When the baby cried, the Curetes, Zeus's guards, clashed their weapons to hide the sound. Zeus grew into the strongest of all gods and married Metis, a Titan's daughter. Let's read this caption here. As thanks, Zeus gave the nymphs Amalthea's horn. He made it into the cornucopia, the horn of plenty, which never emptied of food. And he put Amalthea's image among the stars as Capricorn. I know a lot of you guys are kind of getting interested in astrology. And you guys ask me sometimes, what's my sign? I'm a Gemini. Some people, you guys might be Capricorns. Capricorn is also another zodiac sign, and that is the zodiac sign here in the stars. Rhea was still angry with her husband and wanted Zeus to depose him. But Metis, the goddess of prudence, was wise. She said Zeus needed help, for Cronus had the Titans on his side. Rhea found a way. With her help, Metis gave Cronus a drink she promised would make him undefeatable. I think this might be a trick. I think this might be Cronus up here because he swallows babies. Instead, it made Cronus throw up the stone and his unharmed children. Hestia, Demeter, Hera, Hades and Poseidon. They were reunited, and gratefully they joined their brother. Zeus freed their uncles from Tartarus, and together they prepared to fight the Titans. So here's lots of gods and goddesses, which are Zeus's brothers and sisters. We've learned about Demeter, we learned about Hades, and we also learned about Poseidon. The Cyclops, who were great builders and smiths, made the weapons. They armed Zeus with a thunderbolt that shook the universe. They made Poseidon a trident that could split the seas. Remember, Poseidon is the god of the sea and horses as well. And his power is that he can control the seas. He can make them calm, or he can even make them really stormy and sink ships. They gave Hades a helmet of darkness that made him invisible to his enemies. Big fight going on here. I think this is Zeus because he's holding the lightning bolts. Let's see what's going to happen. For 10 years, war raged between the old gods and the new gods. At last, Cronus and the Titans were defeated and thrown into Tartarus to be guarded forever by their 100-armed brothers. Remember, Tartarus is like the underworld, and Cronus is Zeus's dad. Yes. Zeus with the lightning, Poseidon with his trident, Gaia, Mother Earth, and Hades. Mother Earth was finally at peace. Rule of the universe was divided among 3 brothers. Zeus was declared king of the gods. Here he is. And god of heaven and earth. Poseidon became god of the sea, and Hades, god of the underworld. Here is Mount Olympus, covered in the clouds. The Cyclops built the victors a palace on Mount Olympus with 12 golden thrones inside. For Zeus shared his powers with his brothers, his sisters, 6 of his children, and Aphrodite, the goddess of love. There, the great Olympians lived forever. Iris, the messenger of the gods, had her own rainbow path to the earth. All right, we are going to stop there. Actually, let's read this next 2 pages about Zeus, since we've been talking about him already. Zeus, king of the gods, god of heaven and earth, son of Cronus and Rhea. Zeus was everywhere, seen and unseen. He changed his shape as easily as he changed the weather. He moved the sun and the moon and put constellations in the sky. He protected everyone, gods and mortals alike. In anger, Zeus hurled his thunderbolt to punish those who deserved it. But he was also wise and fair, and generous with his praise. Zeus first married Metis, but he made Hera his queen. Zeus and Hera bickered constantly, for Zeus had many other wives, goddesses, nymphs, and mortals, and had many children too. Hera was jealous of them all. And here's a nice illustration of Zeus, here with his lightning bolts and his crown. All right, we are going to stop there. Our next page, on page 21, is talking about Hera. So I hope you guys took some good annotations and followed along on your own text. And now we are going to do a little gist of the section we just read. Great work, readers!